So the DVSA has released that they're in consultation at the moment for releasing the next phase of trying to bring the driving test waiting times down, and there's two main areas which they are looking at. The first area is who should be allowed to book and manage the driving tests. So what they're looking at is only the learner drivers can book and manage the tests, so instructors won't be able to do the booking for them and look for alternative dates. It's all got to be done by the learner driver. The second part of this phase is both the learner and the driving instructor can book a driving test, but only the learner driver is able to change anything to do with that test or keep the current system going as it is. So the reason for this is to try and prevent driving instructors booking a driving test for a student, finding out that somebody else is ready before them, and then swapping that driving test over to that person or changing a test center or whatever. So it's trying to make sure that the learner is in control of that booking. The second part of the phase is remove the ability to swap test dates or locations. So currently you are allowed to change a test date or a test center. So if you was to book in Cardiff but you live in Llantrisant, or even as far afield as Swindon, then you could book a test in Cardiff, and then because you're in the system you can now change it to a different test centre. They are looking at changing that, so it looks like if this goes ahead you might only be able to book a driving test for one test centre, and then you have to keep to that driving test centre. Also limit the amount of times you can swap test centres and dates and times, or keep the current swapping rules. So you are allowed to change test centres and test dates at the moment, but they're in consultation now to find out if it's more viable and better for students to just book in one particular test centre and then looks like reschedule it if they're not quite ready, but not changing the driving test centre. So we'll keep you updated on any other changes and if these changes are going ahead. And according to the correspondence which driving instructors have had, the consultation will close at midnight on the 23rd of July this year. So hopefully we'll have an